my channel. So I'm back with another Indian wedding makeup look. I like to create looks that are versatile. You can wear them if you are the bride yourself or even if you are the wedding guest. It is entirely up to you how you dress it with your outfit or your jewelry. You go ham girl, do you boo boo, but the makeup look is kind of one that will suit anyone and everyone. I realized I hadn't done a destination wedding look ever, and I know that destination weddings are so popular at the minute, but we need our makeup to last. We need it to stay put and hold during the heat if you are going to have it somewhere hot. Even if you're on holiday in general and you just want to glam up, this look is going to be perfect for you. Before I start, I just want to say a huge thank you once again to Nargis Collections for this insane jewelry. They've got me feeling like a queen right now. And a massive thank you to Harps MUA. I will also leave her details below because she did my hair. But for now, enjoy the tutorial. I always feel like whenever I get my hair done, I look so weird until my face is on because it's just so extra. I'm quickly just going to moisturize my skin. So I am going to use the MAC Strobe Cream in the shade Gold Light. And the reason I'm just going to apply some moisturizer before I start my eye makeup is just so that the moisturizer can just settle into the skin so that by the time it comes around to doing face makeup, the moisturizer is like not super like wet on the skin, if that makes sense. So for the eyes, I'm gonna go in with an eye base just because I found a really good affordable one, and it's a Revolution Pro eye primer, and this is in the shade Core. This is basically a dupe for Soft Ochre by MAC. So you know the paint pots? In fact, I feel like it's even creamier, even nicer to work with, and this is gonna set nice and matte. So then I'm gonna go into the Dose of Colors Sassy Sienna's eyeshadow palette. I've used this on my channel before and not too long ago either, but honestly I really love this palette. I think the pigments are fantastic. They are so strong. I want to take this middle shade right here from this palette, and I'm just going to take this through the crease. I just love how pigmented these eyeshadows are. They are actually insane, like some of the best shadows I've ever worked with. As you can see, I'm just going to take it back and forth, and it's okay if this color blends slightly high because it's our transitional shade. So if I want the color to blend a little bit higher, I just work the brush in small circular motions as I go around the crease. So then I'm going to go into the same palette again. I'm going to go onto this one. I might just dab in these two shades right here. I'm just going to work this in the crease because I really just want to deepen it up slightly through the crease so we just get a bit of definition. And then again, I'm going to work it in circular motions just to buff the edge of that out, but I'm not taking it super high. I'm just really working those circular motions nice and deep in that crease. Okay, so I now want to use this first shade from the palette. It's a really nice light peachy tone. I never really wear like a color as light as this just on its own, but it's so beautiful and it's really complementary to like warm skin tones as well. In fact, so many skin tones. Peach is just a good shade. The reason I like to just keep packing on the shadow is just to build up intensity, because if you layer your shadows on, they will last so much longer. So definitely that is something to be wary of in the heat. You know, it's just going to hold better. It's not going to crease. And then just go back in with the brush that you used for the brown tones in the crease, just to run along that edge with no extra product on it, just so that there's not like a separation between lid shade and crease. Next step is liner, and I'm actually going to be a little bit extra and use two. So the first one is the NYX Epik Ink Liner. Now, you could use the Inglot gel liner. That just doesn't budge. It's not moving. And that's probably ideal, but I personally find it a lot quicker and easier at the moment to use a liquid liner. I used to use gel so much, but now I'm a liquid liner girl. So that is what I'm going to go ahead and do. And I'm just going to line my eyes with this and create a wing. I always like to start in the center, and I need to run it along my lash line. So from the top bit, that's what I like to extend it out. And then from the bottom, you just join it up. Right, so wing liner is on, and you can totally leave it like that. I'm gonna go over it with the Inglot liquid liner. Now, like I said, you could also just use the Inglot gel liner in the pot. That is also gonna do the job, and you won't need to use two. This is not only gonna hold it in place and make it like extra secure. This liner really is amazing. It's as good as the gel liner, but I just don't like the tip of this, which is why I don't like to use it first or on its own. As you can see, this NYX one has got a slight shine to it, which isn't bad, but I really like a nice dark matte liner. Right, so now that the eyes are basically nearly complete, we'll come back to doing mascara and lashes towards the end. I'm going to move on to the face now, and I'm going to take my Makeup Forever primer. This is the Radiant Primer. It's entirely up to you what primer you use. I think even in the heat, it really doesn't matter as long as you've got a primer on, because when I went to Vegas and it was like nearly 40 degrees when I went, I forgot and I only had one primer with me, and it was a hydrating one. I was like, I don't need hydration. But no joke, it didn't matter. My makeup still, honestly, it stayed put. A primer is a primer, so just get whatever one that suits you and your skin on. Primer is on. I'm gonna do my usual step. Guys, shall I stop including this step in all of my tutorials? Because I swear, even I'm bored of saying that I do this step, unless I use a different product. Can you guess what it is? Kevyn & Kwan Central Skin Enhancer, SX11. Yep, in the usual places. I mean, maybe I should include it for the people that are new to my channel and are just discovering me. If you're new, I always use this product in every single video, near enough every single video. Right, here is the trick for long-lasting foundation. You can use a long-lasting full coverage foundation. There are so many things, but this is what I did and do when I know I'm gonna be in the heat. My makeup needs to last and hold, and I don't need to worry about it. As you guys know, I always mix my foundations. With it being in the heat, I only mix it with one particular product, and that is the MAC Prolongwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. I will mix this with any foundation, so you can mix it with your EX1 foundation, something affordable. You can mix it with your Jouer. I might mix all three. Is that annoying? I might mix all three, but that's just because I've got them in front of me and I can't help myself. The MAC one, I only use a teeny bit of it. This is an NC42, right? This foundation does oxidize slightly, so that's why I only use a little bit of it, and that is also why I like to use it mixed in with foundations that I really like the shade of. Right, so foundation is on, and I want to get some concealer on, and then I'm going to cream contour. You can do it either way you want. You can do both at the same time. So I just want to get this covered up. Oh, and I am using the new Urban Decay All Nighter Concealer in the shade Medium Neutral. I've used this a few times now. I've even used it in tutorials, and I quite like it. It's quite a good full coverage concealer. I like the consistency of this. But I'm just going to apply this in all of the usual places that I like to highlight, and then I just like to blend this all out by stippling once again. Comment below and let me know if you want me to skip this bit out as well in my videos. I feel like it's so repetitive because I just always do the same thing, but I don't know, some people like to see it over and over again. Just let me know. I find it helpful when you guys kind of give me constructive criticism. Not criticism, constructive criticism. This concealer is so like smooth under the eyes. It's beautiful. Right, so now I'm gonna go in with some cream contour. Normally I would cream contour with a foundation stick, but I find that foundation sticks are slightly more emollient. Is that the right word? We want to use like an actual contour kit to do this with. I'm just going to take the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, and I'm going to mix these two shades right here. And I always get asked what brush this is. This is a BH Cosmetic 127 brush, and I really like to use this. And then you just want to blend this all out by taking it in small circular motions and just working it in to the foundation. When I use this cream contour kit, it makes me not want to use foundation sticks anymore. Okay, so now that's all blended out, I'm gonna take my Laura Mercier. Did I just dash that? Oh my God, no, it's just there. I'm gonna take my Laura Mercier translucent, I felt like I dashed it. And I'm just going to pack this on right underneath my eyes just to set that in place. And we definitely want to be baking if you want your makeup to last and hold. I mean, drag queens have got to do it, so we got to do it. And you know drag queens makeup, that needs to last. And I like to take the powder right up the sides of my nose just to help with getting it more snatched. And then you also just want to set the areas that you highlighted in, so anywhere where we concealed. And I especially like to take it quite heavy around my mouth where my smile lines are so that the foundation doesn't get wrinkly or sit in there. So I'm gonna let that sit on my skin for a minute while I just do the under eye, and I'm gonna go back into the same palette. I'm gonna take the light peach shade from the palette, which is this one that we used all over the lid, and I'm gonna run that along my lower lash line, and then I'm gonna blend it out with a bit of this color right here, which is what we used in the crease as our transitional shade. Just a teeny bit of this just along the bottom of that, really nice and low, just so that that coral shade has something to blend out into. Okay, so we've done the bottom lash line. I'm just gonna go back onto the face again, and I'm going to set the rest of my face with powder. Where is my powder? You can use any face powder that you want. You can even use a translucent powder all over your face, but I like to use one with a slight bit of color to it. So I'm gonna take my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Medium Dark. I'm just going to buff this really, really lightly in circular motions all over my face. And I just wanna dust away any of the excess powder now that is sitting on my skin, under my eyes, or anywhere where we bake. Just really, really lightly. The nose contour is looking snatched. I'm gonna use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish powder again, but this time in the shade Give Me Sun. You know, girl, it's a destination wedding. Give Me Sun couldn't be more correct. We're gonna take this over the top of where we've already contoured. This is just gonna warm up the skin in those areas. And this powder is so lovely. It's just got such a nice sheen to it. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of that just down the sides of my nose as well. For blusher, I'm gonna take my new favorite blusher, and it's this L'Oreal Life's a Peach blush. It gives you a nice natural flush to the skin, and it actually ties in really beautifully with this whole makeup look. Obviously the peach theme. And then onto highlight. Now I think it's only right that I use a liquid illuminator to kind of prep myself for powder highlight. I feel like liquid illuminators just intensify your glow so much further. So I'm going to use the Iconic London Illuminator drops. I'm just going to take some on the back of my hand, and then just with my finger, and I've got a really ugly nail, I'm going to pat this on. And I might even use a beauty blender sponge to just pat that out. I actually find that these illuminator drops work quite well over the top of powder as well. That's why I like using them. And then for highlight, I think I want to use my Jackie Aina La Peach. It's right here. Such a coincidence that it's called La Peach and this whole look is peachy. I'm really, really loving loose powder illuminators at the moment. Okay, I love that, but I'm looking for a slightly more intense highlight. So I'm just gonna go into my Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette in the shade Gold Sands, and I'm gonna go in with the powder highlight from the palette, just because it's a bit more of a lighter gold. Now you don't have to use both, you can just use one highlighter. You don't need to use liquid as well. It is entirely up to you. And then I'm also just gonna take that Huda Beauty highlighter just on my nose, and then I'm also just going to take some in the center of my forehead. Face makeup is done, so we can finish off the eyes and lips now, and I just want to run the Jouer Soft Kohl Liner. It's a nude eyeliner. You can use any nude eyeliner that you want. This is just going to go in the inner waterline. I feel like this is such a gorgeous step for fresh looking wide awake eyes, and that's exactly the look that we want to go for. And then you want to go ahead and apply some mascara. I have the Buxom Big T Plumping Mascara. Now I would probably advise you use a waterproof mascara if you're likely to cry, likely to get watery or runny or anything like that. Mascara is on, and I'm going to apply my favorite lashes, and they are the Lily lashes in the style Ashcombe. This is what they look like. They're just such a good lash that's like in between being super full on and like, you know, evening glam, but they also can pass for a really nice light look also. So I love these. Okay, and finally for the lips, I've got a selection of NYX products. And NYX have actually come up with new lip liners that are all nude, and new soft matte lip creams which are also all nude, which is so exciting because you know I love my nudes. So this pencil is in the shade Los Angeles, and I'm just going to line my lips with this. I love the texture of these suede lip liners by NYX. They're almost comparable to the MAC ones. Like I just love how they go on. And then for the lipstick, I'm going to take the soft matte lip cream, which is also a new one in the shade Cape Town, and I'm just going to apply this all over my lips. It's a really nice pale nude. And finally, I just want to add a bit of gloss, and this is my favorite gloss ever. Well, actually I've got a few favorite glosses, but this is one of my favorite glosses, and this is the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Madeline. It's just such a beautiful nude shade, and I love putting this over the top of any nude lip I have on. It just works every damn time. So here we have the finished look, guys. I really hope you like it. I personally love this makeup look. It's so versatile to wear for so many different outfits, and it's not your typical kind of Indian wedding makeup look. We've gone really nice and matte on the eyes, all peach. It's a little bit subtle but still there, and you want to allow your outfit and the jewelry to do all of the talking. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you like it. Also, let me know if you want to see any more looks like this. If you are going to a destination wedding, or if you're having your own, I hope this video has helped you out. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you all in my next one. Mwah. Bye.